it's Rachel here, and we are going to do my first Roxy's weekly challenge since I came back from Australia. Oh, I've got a bit of glue drip there. And yeah, so here we go. Still have a bit of jet lag, but slightly improved sleep last night. So I've got my timer ready. I'm going to put it on. It started 40 minutes. Let's see what I can do. Now, I've done these many times before. The inspiration came from Carol Laws, and I'm doing them out of necessity. So sometimes in my Roxy's weekly challenge, I do things to build up my stash. So it's not always inventing new things. It's also revisiting things that we've already done. And I need to do those. And I think it's fitting to start with a piece of Florentine paper. I'm just going to grab, oh, I haven't used this one before. And we are going to be making hinged, not hinged, but pockets that you can attach to the page. And I really like these. And so, oh, where did these nice papers come from? Someone's given me those. They are beautiful. They're recycled papers. Anyway, I shouldn't be getting distracted by other stuff, should I? We'll just grab a couple of Florentine papers, and then maybe that's not the best one. Just a minute. And then we'll go on and use some digitals as well. Lots of red. I've got some bigger ones. Might do a bigger one. And I might do one of those. Okay, let's see how we go. Put those on the floor. And they're very, very simple. It's literally 2 folds. So I just want to grab, I won't show you the exterior of this general. I've just started working on it. I've actually got one of Mum's stitch pieces on the outside, and then and I've done something on the top. So I'll put this aside. I just want to show you what I would be doing with this. So I just want to check the height. So I'm going to fold this. I want to attach that there. I need to have my hinge on this side. So I'm going to create a hinge. Now this is quite a big piece of paper, so I could fold that over. So we're doing hinged swinging pockets they are. And I'm just going to, thank you so much for all your patience with me since I came back. I mean, it's been a struggle. Okay, so that's going to go onto the other page, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that, because that's like a variation. It's like a double whammy. And then I'm going to have this go like so. I could have had a bigger pocket, but this is going to be good. Okay, so we need to glue 1, 2. Where's my wet glue? Here. I just put some more in there because it was getting low. So I use my wet glue here because I only want a thin line of glue. Now the nice thing about the Florentine paper, of course, is it's not stark white on the reverse side. So you could do your little notch there and see that. It would be okay. I usually just notch both. So it's so simple. But we might decorate them. We're going to mass make first, and then see which ones need extra work. Okay, so we've already started off with a variation. So I'm going to put a snip there, and now I'm going to quickly show you before we go any further what they are for, because I quite often get that question. If you're a new person, you might not know, but if you've followed me for a long time, you know exactly what I do with them. Right, so sometimes there's a page, like maybe not so much this one, but maybe, oh, not even so much that one, but just say you had, oh, this sort of page here, a beautiful piece of rag paper. And you don't really want to cover the page, but you like it to have a function, not just sit there. So what I would do is I would glue this there, there, and there. That's a side tuck. And then this just flips out like so, and it's a pocket. And it's just a nice way to add an extra pocket in your journal, but not cover up a page that you really like. Now you could also do it on I'm just trying to find, actually I need to go the other here. Just say I didn't want to cover that page. I like that. But I wanted to have it, no, that's not a good example. Oh, I've got nice things on both sides. Just a second, let me find a page. Maybe this one. Oh no, I'm not having any luck here. We'll get there. We'll find the page. We've got to find the page. Just say I had a digital that I didn't want to. Here we go. Like I don't want to cover all of that up. You can write on there. So I could attach that there. Isn't that pretty? The blue, and then have a pocket on this side. You see, and you can still write on that bit. But you have a nice side tuck as well. So that's what their function is. This one with the notch there. Oh, you saw the front. Anyway. So that's one. But then the other thing that we can do is just simply have something like that much as my hinge. And I might need to make sure that I remember to do hinges on either side so they're not all sticking on the same side of the thing. And then I might just have a smaller one like this. And where's my glue? And you can do it with all types of paper. So this is Florentine paper. I call it Florentine paper. It's Italian decorative paper. And then, okay, and so this one, let me get the book back. Oh dear, I shouldn't have put it away. That one would literally simply attach. It could attach there, like so. It's still a flip, and that would just glue down and decorate that side of the page. So that way, or you can have it on this one again. You could just glue it and not have a double function, because that other one has a double function. So they're two possibilities. I'm sure if we stretch our brains, there are other multiple possibilities, but for today, that's what it is. So the goal is to see how many can we make. So I'm going to now go backwards and select some more pages. Like this is a good one. This page is a good, and it doesn't matter if it's white on the other side. That's a good one. That one, probably might not use that one. That would be lovely. Any of these are good. I'm just going to select a few because then I'm going to get some more decorative sort of papers. Okay, that's all out of that one. I'll do a couple of those. Whoops, oh, the silly things are falling off. So we've got that one. And we don't want them all to be big, so I might fold some down. These are sort of like textiles and wallpapers. Let's see what we have here. I mean, any of these would be good. Let's do that one. Oh, and I love that. Oh, and I love that. So let's do those. Just taking a selection. You can also do it with the book pages if you have some stronger book pages. Decorative backgrounds, they're good. Journal pages are good. Let me see. I might take one of these. Just looking for a darker one. I really like the navy blue, but I always see that it's gone because I use it. Darker than that even. These ones don't have any borders actually. Maybe I'll choose one of those. That one. Okay. I'm ambitious. And then I have, what do I have here? Oh no, they're double-sided pages. Don't want those. Journal pages here. These. I'll do one or two of these. Let's take those. Okay. Right, it's so nice to have all the pretty papers out. Okay, so, I mean, it's fairly simple. So you can do all tall ones, but you could decide I don't want to do all tall ones. I want to do some shorter ones. So I haven't put out my ruler yet. There we go. I might use my jaggedy ruler. I did retrieve it. I'm going to make a couple of shorter ones. Actually, I could do two here. Like this. So little ones. So, and I might even have a little gusset in this one. So So I might do all my folding and then I'll do all my gluing. So that's going to fold over there. I'm not going to have a pocket, so nice deep one. It'll obviously not go in a small journal, but it'll go in a bigger one. And then fold that, and that will glue on the other side. So let's just do all the folding. So that one I did on that side. So this one I'm going to do my flappy bit on that side, and then make my gusset. Now this is, I don't want to make them all a piece of fluff there, because this was on the floor. I'm going to just rip off a little bit because it's too, you know, I might have a smaller width journal, and so I'm going to have that there. Okay, and then these are going to be full because I don't want to trim these ones down. So I have this one, I'm going to actually just fold it like so. And let's see how wide it is. That's a nice wide one. Sometimes I'm going to have some wide ones and some small. I'm going to do a little gusset. Now the reason why I put one of these, I'm calling it a gusset. It's not really a gusset, but anyway, I'm going to glue that down. It just makes the pocket not quite so tight, because otherwise you end up with a tight pocket. Now that one I'll do again on that side. I think I might do it bigger, like that. It's not very straight. Better. And then do a little one in there, and then we might find some sort of ephemera or book page to do them with. It's just really a useful thing to have many available. I'm going to take an amount off this one, just so they're not all the same. That's, you know, that's a piece I can use somewhere else. Oops. Oh, sorry, that's the iPad with the timer. It's at 28 minutes left. Plenty of time. I'm going to fold. Now that one I might make a pocket on the other side. It's not, you know, it's big enough. So like so. And then that one will go in, and I won't do a little fold because I don't want to lose real estate in my pocket. Okay. Now this one has, oh, that one's already been ripped into. Will I won't use that one. It's been torn into. I can use this one. I just need to clean it up. So how is everyone today? I hope you're well. We are well, just you know, getting back into the swing of things. As you know, Steph has been thrown right back into work. He's been coming home really late. So much to do because they didn't do anything while he was gone. He left all instructions and everything, and nobody did anything. So he's just like got clients going bananas. And Lulu's been at school every day, and she's pretty tired actually. I've made her stay home today because she had a usual sore throat, and she woke up a bit worse for wear this morning. I said, you really, I know you've been on holiday, but it is quite a taxing trip with jet lag and everything. And I said, you know, just stay home and relax for a day. So that's that one. Now this one, I'm going to tear a bit off the top and make it shorter, because we don't want them all full height. Okay. And I'll do the same with the other one. This one I'm going to tear down a little bit. dear. Right, okay, we'll fold these. That's my little hingy bit. That one can go right to there, like so. And this one, I might actually do the pocket thing on the other side, the tuck, and then fold that one in. And I'm just creasing it, you know, just bringing it to just before the crease there. So that's those. So let's finish these ones off, and then I'll see if there's time to do some others. And then that, I put my little snip in there to remind myself that that's going to be a pocket. Let's just do that bit first. Oh no, that's all right. There's another one, this one. So whatever papers you choose, you can do this with. Oops. And then I just put them in my little pockety sort of container that I keep all my pockets in one, and all my tags and journal cards and whatever paraphernalia in the other one. And I just have them there ready to go when I make a journal. Now we can do our gluing. Oh no, this one. It's very cold outside. It's 2 degrees, so it's a very cold day. Nice day to stay inside. Okay, so now I always just put it on my flappy bit, the bit that's going to fold in, so that way I don't make a mistake. You know, if you put it out along here, then your glue will go beyond the piece of paper that you're going to glue down. So and because I'm putting my notch, I'll show you through. Oops, I don't need to go around the corner, silly. Through both, you don't really see too much of the white paper. So I've stuck it down there and there. And, I mean, you could do all your gluing and then notching, and there's a notch there, and that is ready to go. But I might embellish it afterwards. So that is my flap. So you could also have these as like a floating pocket, and just paper clip them in if you wanted to. That's a variation that you could do on these. You could also attach this to an envelope or another page, and you'd have a hinge page that you could actually stitch into the signature. I mean, there's so many possibilities. It's why it's good to have a lot of these made up, and then you can just decide as you go what you want to do. So you could actually just, I mean, I wouldn't because I would cover that up, but you could actually glue that down, and then you've got a side tuck there, top tuck there, and then just have that floating. Or you could glue it down like that. So that's another option. I'm thinking, no, I'll just leave this one as is. I need this glue. You can see how you can get many made quickly. Good mass making project. I don't worry too much, oh, am I going to use that? Because I will eventually. I do lots of botanical and journals, so for me, I will eventually use it. This would be lovely in a springtime sort of journal or an Easter journal. Put that over there. And of course, you know, depending on your size of paper, you can have all different shapes of pockets.
Hello.
Hi, Lulu.
Trying to walk back. My pants are very noisy and I don't want to make too much noise.
Oh, well, I don't think we can hear. Can you hear Lulu's pants rustling? I didn't hear them.
Like this.
Oh, well, if you walk like that, I might hear them.
Yeah, but that's how I normally walk.
Well, that's very kind of you, Lulu, to think of that. Now, here we've got our gusset. So, not our gusset, you know what I mean. I don't know, the fold over. So, what I want to do is I'm just going to snip that at an angle. I could have done that before. So that when I glue it down, I can't see that folded piece. Now, my glue is going to go on here and there. Oh, make sure if you've got a direction to an up or a down, you don't want to glue the bottom. I mean the top. You need to glue the bottom. So just double check that before you. Now I'll put my glue here and I'll put a tiny bit near the edge, but I don't want to have it oozing out too far. Now, you can see there's a bit more of a space there between the fold and where I glued it down. When I glue that onto a page, when I open it out, I might see that white, and I could just put a little bit of washi tape down there or something to cover that up if it was bothersome. So we'll do our snip. And this one, I don't think I would, well, I might put something on there. Let me see. I've got those ones as well. I forgot about them. So we can snip these as well. Here I only left myself a little fold. That's that one. I mean, these are pages too that you could, if you had a nice dark felt tip pen, you'd be able to write on. Got these ones to do. So obviously you can streamline your process more by doing all the same things at once, instead I'm just stopping and starting and moving on to the next one. It's just a nice, you know, I like to add to the journals things that are interactive, sort of a bit of fun. Glue that down. And then we've got this one as well. So I could make these with straw paper too. That could be good. Actually, I didn't snip that other one. Okay, right, so that's those. I'm just going to look around for a second and see if I might have something. Might make one with that nice piece of paper. That's borderline, that is borderline raggy paper. It's quite thick. I'd say it's 1840s, that one. We'll do one with those. And then, of course, if you've got some strongish ephemera, or you've got pretty floral book pages, you could use those. You don't have to use digitals. I'm just using what I've got around me at the moment. So this one, I'm going to make it a pocket on the other side as well. So we'll snip that. So remember, I don't even look and see if I'm doing it in the middle or not. That's a nice size pocket, I think. That will be like that. We'll glue that in a second. Is this 1 page or 2 page? Yeah, it's really thick. So I've got that bit where it will join the spine. That's a bit annoying, so I'll get rid of that. Now also, just say I didn't want, like, maybe I didn't want to do the fold. I'm going to do it the other way. Just say I wanted my pocket to be this way. I could actually attach a hinge to it that could attach to a page as well. Does that make sense? So if I didn't want to, like, just say I had this and I didn't want to lose, that's too tall and narrow, but just say I didn't want to lose any real estate there, I could actually attach a hinge and then hinge it as well. Does that make sense? I think so. I'm going to do this one sideways. And we've done these before. And I did have quite a selection of these. Oh, title pages are really good for this too. I did have quite a selection of these in my thing, but I've used them all. Okay. So I'll glue that one down. Now I've got to glue the other one. And then we might do some embellishing. Now I did forget, I put away all of my fussy cut stuff. It's in the We Are Memory Keepers box, and I may have to rummage and pull it out. Although I do have a few things here that I found that I might be able to use, because I'm going to embellish some of these. I actually really like making these things. They're kind of mindless. You don't have to think about it too much. They're very effective, very useful things to have, and, you know, not complex. Okay. Right. Now the fun part. Oh, sometimes it's not fun though, is it? Okay, so let's start putting some bits and pieces of collagey bits on. I have a lot of scrappy-doo things here. Let's keep that one. Keep the most pathetic pieces of paper, honestly. Don't need to keep all of that. That's a glue page. I had those out because I did some, I will show you after, I did some collaging yesterday just to get myself going. So maybe show you that after this video. I'm just looking to see if I had any little pieces of, anyway, this paper has a little bit of mold on it, so we'll rip the mold off. I think it's mold anyway. Rip it off. And sometimes, you know, when you've got a blank page, I just like to start with a piece of book page. So I could use this, you know, my gluing this book page as well, but I do like the font on this one better and the texture of the paper. Put that there. And a lot of stuff here. See, they're transparent ones. Oh, that would be nice. I want a bigger bird. Like a bigger bird. On this side, I thought, on this bit here, I thought I might just grab one of Amity's beautiful washi tapes. Amity Bloom. This one. And I think I'm just going to attach a washi tape down that one. If you had like a pretty strip of paper, of course, like a strip of that would actually even be really nice as well. But I'm just going to, for simplicity, I'm just going to do this. Hopefully stick it down straight. You know, I could have, I could pull out my Foshis as well. They're a good thing just to put there. So when that goes on a page, let me just grab my Junk Journal January book. And when it goes on a page, you have the pretty, I did do a little bit on that yesterday. We'll have to talk about it. See, look at that. I love that. And then that will go there, and you could leave that for writing, that bit there for writing. I mean, they really are the best invention. I said that they came from Carol. I don't know. Did they come from you, Carol? I know you did a lot. Yes, they did. And she also did them where she's attached them to envelopes as well. And I think they're wonderful. And that goes there, something like that. So isn't that great? I love them. Love, love, love. One of my favourite things to make. Really one of my favourite things. So let's see. What are we going to put on here? We could have some... Maybe like some, just a little bit, maybe a little piece of that. It's so pretty, the colours, maybe a bit less. So I'll just put that there, maybe, maybe not. And I need to find somewhere something, not somewhere, something that I want to put on it. I have a whole lot of stuff here. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, I've still got 9 minutes, heaps of time. I could have a big butterfly. I found all that my fussy cutting butterflies. I haven't used those for a long time. I was thinking that purple butterfly could be good. I've got a lot of stuff printed on tracing paper too, but I must have used it for some project. Got my new kit here as well. Anything big there? No, that's not big enough. Got some tags here. Sometimes it's nice, you can even just rip up a tag and stick that down, like even that one could be nice on there. Let's just have a whirl with that one. Let me just see here what else there is. More tags. See, I pulled them all out. Oh, this is what I did yesterday. I just, because I've got so many scraps, I did some collaging onto the glue pages. Lots of you asked me about the glue. I did some plain collaging and then some book page collaging. And then I just used them. I'll show you what I did afterwards with them. I just used them as my background. Pulled those out to do stuff with, but then didn't do anything. So, where's my ruler? Here. So what I do here is I maybe don't want to tear it in such a regular fashion, but I can take off the tag shape. Although you could also reinforce that and have that as a pocket. But I'm just going to go like this. So take that off and maybe stick. I'm going to stick that there like that. I'm rejecting that piece. I'm going to stick that there like that. And then I'm thinking I could have a bird or something. You see how quickly they do it. See, that's not in the center, but that doesn't bother me. If I was really worried about it, I could stick this over the top and then stick one on the other side and then repunch it. Okay, that's that. And would I like, possibly. Now, these are a bit of a pain. When they're on tracing paper, they are a bit of a pain to glue down because they curl. They do curl a little bit. I'm going to find my scissors. I can't see where they are. I'll just grab these ones. Birch. They're by Birch. I won't bother cutting out the center bit because it is going to be kind of transparent. So, you know, you could just prepare all of your bases, like all of the pockets, and then put them away. And then you could even, you know, when you decide to put them in a journal, you could decorate them then. You don't even need to decorate them now. I'm just doing it for the video to show how I would do that. Oh, I love that. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Don't you love it when things happen? See, I'm slowly starting to feel better, slowly. Not quite there yet. Did wake up at 3:30 this morning, which is better than 2. The other day was 2. And I did sort of kind of semi-sleep until 5:15. But although I was conscious of what was happening around me, so that tells me I wasn't really 100% asleep. But, you know, better than the other days, which is good. I'm just going to grab my little... I get asked about this all the time. It's like a bone folder. It's just a different shape. And it was gifted to me, so I couldn't possibly tell anyone where to go and get it. Okay, so that's that. But I then do feel I haven't put out my Tracy labels out lately, so that may need to happen at some point. I don't know that I really want a big label or anything like that. I might not want any label now that I'm thinking about it. But an itch. I might not want one because I've actually got the initial there, so I don't think I'm going to put anything there. You could maybe stick a little butterfly if you wanted to. Let me see here. Maybe not a transparent one, just a little mini butterfly could be good. Let's see how this one goes. I can't tell you. I can't even remember the last time I used a butterfly. I sort of forgot about them. I've forgotten friends. Okay. I'm already, how long have I been in my room for? Since July the 10th. Well, really we moved back in. We slept here on the 11th of July after renovating. And I'm already thinking I'm going to move some things around. Just in the cupboard, from if you saw my room tour, the cupboard on the side, I put all my paints in there. But I've got my a box of papers that I use a little bit less often out on the shelves here. I'm thinking I might pull my paints out and put them there. No? Oh, yeah, up there. I just want to put a little butterfly there. And put them there, so that way it's easier to access them. Even though I can open the cupboard, it's just a deterrent. I like things to be easier, that I can just pull them out in an easier way. So I think I'll do that. Yeah, there we go. I'm not going to do anything on the other side. I could just attach that or something. But no, I'm not going to do anything there because that could be left for writing, and that's something I could decide afterwards. So I would do a similar sort of thing. This has got book page, so that's going to hinge on that side. So I would consider that my front. And I'm going to be running out of time, but we can have a little look. I would definitely consider putting something on there. I actually quite like this. I love the design on that. And then, there's so many variations, and I think it's a bit like when you're doing like a non-planned stitchery sort of thing. As you stitch, ideas come to you. See, I really like that. I'm going to put that there. You could even put it on as a pocket, but I'm not going to. I mean, there is a limit to the amount of pockets you really need in a journal, I think, because it just means more bulk, because then you've got to put something in the pocket and then it just becomes bulkier and bulkier and bulkier. So I'm going to put that there. And I could decide to... So that bird didn't curl up too much, so that was good, wasn't it? Because it's actually tracing paper, not vellum. I could attach... No, I think I might just leave that one. That's sometimes it's just leave it if it's not coming to you straight away, because when you put it in the journal you might decide then to do something more specific. And then I wanted to just show you here, I might not necessarily always use something like this, but I'm going to tear this, and then here's a variation for you already, apart from the other ones I mentioned, attaching them, hinging them onto with envelopes or another piece of paper, and stitching them in the signature, because that's also a possibility, and I have done that before. So yeah, I highly recommend making heaps. I'm going to make more after this, but this one, for example, this is another variation. I think this is going to be big enough. Yeah, I'm going to put that on as a pocket. I did say there's a limit. That's why I didn't attach the front one as a pocket. But I'm going to attach this one as a pocket. Be careful not to go too far over. And I'm going to do my little snippy. Like so. So these things, you can make little journal cards out of them, but I think they're really nice to use. There's the timer, so we're done. But I'm going to finish this one, of course. Then we'll recap, and then I'll just show you some of the things I was doing with those collage pages yesterday while I was just trying to get myself back into the swing of things. So that's that. That's going to glue there. So I've got a little pocket here, a pocket on the pocket. I kind of feel like I need something there. I could have just a little piece of, where's the other piece of paper that I rejected before? I wouldn't put book page, but I kind of liked this one. Just maybe stick that there. Yeah, just to add something else. You could put a label there if you wanted to. So some you decorate, some you don't. Depends how decorative the paper is. There we go. And that's a pocket in there. Nice pocket. That's a nice strong piece. So I will add a bit more colour on that one, but as I said, I'll decide that afterwards. So that was the straw paper one. And that's going to be a pocket on the page that I attach it to. And I left that because you could write on there. Now these are plain, these need to be embellished, so but I would just put them away as they are, and then decide that when I put them in a journal. We've got the toile there, and I would possibly put a label on that one. Let's just have a little look. Could easily write on that with a darker pen, but I do sort of feel like, yeah, something like that one, or print it out a bit lighter, or I probably need to print out some more of the different types of labels. I love these ones. I put these ones everywhere. That's good. Green. Upside down, yeah, something like that even would be lovely on it. So, you know, the possibilities are endless as to what you can do. So I would recommend just make up your bases like these, like I have. And I mean, this one, I maybe put a little label there and then leave the rest. This one, I would put a little label here and then, or down here and leave it, or no label. This one you can embellish. You could stick a bird on. You know, you can do some book page, some embellishing, some other papers on there. This one I would just leave. Oh, maybe here I'd put something, maybe a butterfly or a bird or flower or something. I would probably put a label or do some embellishment on these. Look how many we made. So some we're going to have pockets on the other side, some not. And then that's the other Florentine paper one as well. And this one I would probably put something on there. Maybe a little tiny bit of book page and a little maybe even just a book page and a label down there, but just to break up some of the pattern. So that's our project. They are hinged pockets. Hinged pockets, we'll call them, for journals. So made plenty in 40 minutes. The thing that would take the longest amount of time is the embellishing. So yeah, I'll put a few, I'll put a couple of photographs, particularly these two, maybe that side, so you can kind of see the pocket there. And then I'll just have these like this in my photographs so you can see all the different papers. But of course, ephemera as well, if it's not all crumbling, you can use that. Now, I just quickly wanted to visit here what I have been doing with the collage pages. Let me just pull not all of these are those. Just making up some bits. So this was a collage piece. It was the plain one. Yeah, and we've done this before. It's very simple. Just using up, where is the plain one? Got more left over than I thought. This one here, that was a plain one, just with scrappy bits of plain paper. And then I've just glued on the reverse side. I've taken the tag and glued it on there. leaving a bit of the edge, and then just leaving a bit of the edge, just cut it out. So the tag has grown a little bit in size, but you get nice, interesting reverse side. That's the same sort of thing, and I've done it with those ones. And then, oh no, these are just some of the journal cards that Stephanie in one of my older kits just folded them down and made them, they're going to be pockets. Here I've done the same thing with this one. No, I didn't. That's something different. That's just on a, yes, it was on one of these, this type here. So with book page, and then I just put a plain piece of paper on the back. That's what I did with that. Oh, this is just a beautiful piece of rag paper. So I just glued on this scanned antique writing, and then just folded it over. I just think that's a really cute little thing to put in a pocket. This one I just glued onto a grungy old piece of paper and put a bit of washi, and that one I did on the collage paper as well. And then I've got a couple here that I have to finish. So this was one of the tags. I accidentally ripped the top, so I've just squared it off, and I love the look of that. And so they all need the reverse side done because I put them on this side. There's that one and that one there. And then I've got the little strips here left over from those pieces. I'm going to make narrow tags out of those. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed this Roxy's weekly challenge. It's all about building up your stash for things to put into journals when you're making them. I personally, there are some people like Carol Laws, when she's making journals, she likes to make as she goes, whereas I like to have a whole lot of things made up so that I can pull from them and then put them in the journal. It very rarely does it happen that I have something that is not going to fit in with what I'm working with. So occasionally, maybe, but only maybe because when I made it, I didn't particularly like it, because I do make things I don't like. And so then in that case, I'll cover it over, sort of thing, if that makes sense. So anyway, I'm just blabbing. I will let you go. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. I'll probably do another video this weekend. So yes, I'll go look at the document journal. I'm starting to get back into it. It was sort of like, I can't remember what I used to do. I've only been gone for a month. Can you imagine if I was gone for longer? It'd be really hard. But anyway, these sorts of projects, I think this is a good thing to do also if you lose your mojo. Sit and fold your papers and make some swing pockets, hingy pockets, and do simple things, and that gets you going. So have a great day, and thank you so much for listening, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye. Or tomorrow or Sunday. Bye.